Hello and welcome. I'm your host Elizibar. This is Mr. Majestic, which is kind of a weird book from Wildstorm. Reading the first issue, I didn't know what to make of it, and I almost stopped. Well, first issue, I should say. The first issue I own, which is this one, number 2. I almost stopped because I thought it was dumb. But I kept going, and it turned out it wasn't. What do I mean? Well, let's get into that. We're not going to flip through all 7 of these. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, how should I do this? I'll put the ones I'm not currently looking at over here. Yeah, there we go. Pro level strats. So this guy kills himself. That's a little girl. She's cute. There's something wrong with her situation. The mom's dead. He's raising her by himself. And he's like, I'm so sorry, no, this is your fault. Then we get over here and Vikings are attacking. And let's just stop and look at this. The art is really interesting. Everybody is kind of a caricature. And it was really off-putting. I got into these pages with the Vikings, and I'm like, this is dumb. This is so dumb. I got here, and I looked like, here's a support dude. Here's like the head of the whatever department. I guess the CIA or the FBI or something. I don't really know. I read this all in a hurry. Like, I didn't think it would matter. So I kind of blitzed through it. And I'm like, I am so out of here. And I kept going. So we got like time shenanigans. And they're getting worse and worse. Where's the Red Sea? I kind of like that one. We'll look at this ad in a second. Oh yeah, there's the parting of the Red Sea. I like that. That's a nice touch. He's like, I thought that was mythology. You want to get to a theological debate now? Keep your eyes on the prize. So this dude is Mr. Majestic. Now, everybody in the comic book is very heavily stylized, except for him. He just looks like a normal comic book hero. Like, there's nothing really stylized about him, except maybe, like, his hair, because he always has this little curl at the front of his hairdo. But otherwise, he looks normal. Everybody else looks like a caricature. And man, this art, it really reminds me of the art on, not the style, but the way the line work and the coloring work together. It totally reminds me of the way stuff like, the books Timothy Lynn makes with his collaborators. And I'm sorry, I totally just blanked on the names of the books. Black Ops, thank you, Brain, My Hero Macadamia. Totally like it's a different style of art. It absolutely is. But the way the coloring and the line art, it pops. It's so much fun. And just like it is in those books. It was a good mental association. Okay, I got this game. My dad, actually, he just came home with it one day. I don't know where he bought it, how much he paid for it. He came home with, I still haven't beaten it. 20 years later, Star Ocean, the second story, has never been beaten by me. I got, I don't know how far in, and I just kind of noped out. Let's get to the confrontation with the girl. Yeah, here he is, fighting the girl. So he's stuck in a time loop. This is the best use of repeated panel art I've ever seen. Okay. Okay, go away, bad man. And his friend's like, hey, heads up. You're in a time loop. And so he basically like ambushes her. Kazap. And happy ending. I mean, she's just gone from reality, you know. But hey, Earth is being plagued. And apparently she ended up in a nice place, reliving the same day with her dad over and over in a time loop. Great. Kind of a weird first book. That's a weird ad. What are you even selling? Next planet over, the best place for comics. So you've got somebody. Is that a wrestler? I feel like that's a wrestler, but I don't recognize him. All Alright, anyway, issue 2. I was gonna mock this cover because of her pose. I mean, look at that, guys. Come on. Come on. You could do better than this. And this issue, the third panel of the first page, is a perfect example of what I'm talking about with the coloring and how nice it is. Look at this. It's gorgeous. It pops. Everything about this panel is appealing. Now, Mr. Majestic is obviously like a Superman type character. She's a bad dude. Look at her. She drinks motor oil. Ugh. Whatever. So anyway, Mr. Majestic and her, they go on a date. They go to the movie theater. They actually show the name. No, they didn't. It was probably for the best, because when we get to the next page... Sorry, one more. One more. Yeah. You may not recognize who that is, and you won't know what movie it is if you don't. It's all a bit disconcerting. I mean, is that meant to be me? And why are they shooting all those watermelons? Don't take a movie title. So it's Mr. Majestic with Charles Bronson. It's a really good movie. You know, never shoot a farmer's watermelons. Also, she's totally like a proto-SJW type, like, hey, scumbag, because this guy's like, oh, my phone's not working, I'm going to hit on the wall, I've been trying to get my stockbroker all day, hey! Yeah, you, chip abuser, how dare you smack around an innocent little machine like that? I don't know why she has an accent like that. How would you like it if some machine came and slammed you up against the wall? It's not so fun, is it? Anyway, they go watch the movie, they have a great time, and oh my gosh, this is a testament to the writing. This is a testament to the writing in this book. I should have found this completely boring. They're just sitting here. And I read every word in that scene. It was wonderful. The fight scene that followed didn't do anything for me. It absolutely didn't. I didn't care at all about this fight scene. But that stuff before it, I loved it. I don't know why. I shouldn't like that. I mean, it's just conversation. Okay, issue 4. We got this dude who's waking up. And a lot of the encounters in this are weird. Like, they're not just standard, let's go beat somebody up. There was the time thing. Okay, that last issue, they literally fought like cyborgs. Here we got a guy with a field of stars in his hand. Its unofficial name is Other Space. Anyway, this dude, like, goes, he gets, like, some star matter. Why? Oh, look, they're gonna resurrect this kid. Who's the kid? It's his son, duh. Who'd you think? Oh, look at this Bruno! Now, you tell me that's not, like, Superman and Superman's son right there. It is. This is, what's this Superman's son's name? John. This is John, like, 20 years before John existed. And 20 years before Bendis turned into a punk-ass teenager and ruined the character. And I'm sorry for swearing. I usually try not to. So they go to deal with this thing. And naturally, the only way to deal with it, because heroes can't be happy, is the son has to sacrifice himself by going fashion the speed of light into the black hole and dying. Alright, great. So now our hero is unhappy. He's unhappy with everything. This book is basically this issue is just kind of like a fight. Now, I still love the art. Look at these enemies. Like, these are not that creative as designs go, but they look fantastic. I can almost see this moving like animation. Oh, hey, look. It's Cyberfrog, and he's the kind of frog that's got babies on his back. Eh, not really. There's no indication that's a cyborg. Anyway, there's lots and lots of great art. It's just kind of like a fight. And it's well choreographed and well done. And frankly, it's not that interesting to talk about. There's just stuff happening. One of the bad guys doesn't get recaptured and shipped back off to their space prison or whatever, and who cares. This issue, I'm not going to flip through a whole lot. That's not the page I want to show. There's one where there's a real close-up of this lady with the stars for hair, and it's really beautiful, and I want to show that. No, that's not the one. Although, that's pretty nice. All the art in this book is nice. Asterisk. We need to put an asterisk on that. Ooh, that's almost what I want. Look at her hair. That is such a creative and awesome thing. I'm sure it's been done somewhere in some other comic books that I really liked. Oh, here's the panel I wanted. Right here. I just really liked how this looked. The stars contrasting against the dark background. Like, I thought this was gorgeous. Maybe you don't agree. I thought it was. I also like, there's the same reasons, like the contrast of all the colors on this page. It's really eye-popping. And really that is kind of like the best thing about that issue, is just the way all that looked. I really think like the end of issue 2 and issue 3 were like the writing high points, because man, I don't know why, but watching somebody, or reading about somebody watching a movie, that just like totally struck a chord with me. Here in issue 7, we get a change in creative team. We get different artists, and I don't really like it. The change in style is very abrupt. I didn't notice it on this page, although this page is serving me up so much stuff that I love. Also, the letterer changed, didn't he? Hold on. I think the letterer changed. Here, let's look at the blue text box. Yeah, we're totally using a different font. Is there another... Inked by Velasco, pencil by Eric Canetti. Letters, RS and Sadia at Comichat. Okay, can I find a credit page in this one? Pro tip. Credit pages should always be the first page on the inside of the book. Here we go. Letters. No, I guess they just changed fonts. Okay. So same letter, different font. I like the other font better. Look at this. This is cool looking. But he looks totally different. It changed the tone of the book completely, I think, just with the art change. And I don't think this worked as well. Ooh, that's not a good sound from a book. There's still lots of crazy stuff going on. And I mean it, there's lots of crazy stuff going on. It's still, you know, nicely written, but I couldn't get into it because of the art. And it's just because the art changed. I think if I had been introduced to this, like, right away... And this art reminds me of, who's the guy that did, Aeon Flux and Reign the Conqueror? That's kind of what this art style makes me think of. Oh my gosh, I suddenly think I need to look that up, don't I? Aeon Flux, Wikipedia, Avant-Garde Animated Series. Here by Peter Chung. Okay, good. Good. Alright, so I don't think I'm at any risk here. But that's what this art style made me think of, and it's nice, I just don't like the change. You know, I think the change... Oh, geez, look at this. This is so crazy looking. It's still, even though it's not what I want, it's still a treat to look at. Let me find something cosmic-y in one of these other books. Maybe without kissing and romancing. That's not going to happen in the one I'm holding here. It's probably a pretty good panel. Like, the contrast in style is stark. It's amazing. It's like a gulf that's miles and miles wide. Now I see down here we've got multiple different artists. I didn't really notice. Was it the same colorist on all of them? That's probably why there's still kind of that unity. Oh. Now that I'm looking at this, I think I can see the different art styles. But the colorist does a great job at papering over that. You can't even keep the same artist for... whatever. Comics has a problem, and that problem is inconsistency. Dude looks super cool. Look at this dude. That's cool. So this is a weird series. It absolutely is a weird series. I think if I had gotten this back in 1999, not that I bought comic books then, because I was poor. I was poor as dirt. But I think I would have really have enjoyed this back then. Now I've read so many comic books that I don't think it would have as strong of an effect on me. Whoa, look at that change in inking style. Did we change inkers? Where's that credits page? Here it is. Inked by Velasco, Irwin, and Hubbs. Okay, yeah. Well, you know, it's not good when your comic can't keep your art team like relatively consistent. Now I just kind of want to see like McGinnis and Martin. Did I not notice like McGinnis is the penciler, Justin Martin is the inker. So starting here, did McGinnis ink his own stuff? If he did, I honestly didn't notice any change in the art style. The colors. The colorist was pulling me in so much. Sherman Scott. So there are two different inkers on this book. Man, that's brutal. As somebody who really liked the way this book looked, it's absolutely brutal to change that art up. And that inconsistency might be what killed it. I don't know. I mean, if you look at the back of this, yeah, not the back cover. Look at the very back of this. You can see all the different books that are being put out by Wildstorm while it's owned by DC, which is kind of weird. Like, that's quite a few books to be cranking out. And you're telling me you can't pay enough to keep, like, the same art team together for more than 6 issues? Actually, not even for all the 6 issues? Oh, that's crazy. It's crazy. Please, companies, creators, stay on projects. Give us continuity, because continuity helps build loyalty. I want to give you money in exchange for paper products. But I'm not going to give you money if I buy issue 6 here and it looks like this, and I buy issue 7 and it's a totally different book. It's completely different. These might as well not be the same book. The tone is completely different, just judging by the covers. And when you're buying comic books, sometimes the covers are all you have to go on, which is why they, get a cover artist who's really good and then an interior artist who's really cheap. Stop doing that too. Oh, what a weird series. I gotta say that I enjoyed it. I don't think I would have paid more than I did, though, if that makes any sense, because I got these out of the 50-cent bin and these 2 were free. So, there's 7 issues here. I might have paid like $1 an issue for these, but I don't think I'd pay more than that, even though I had a ton of fun. There just doesn't feel like there's a lot of new stuff that I haven't read before being handled by this. It's kind of like a knockoff Superman, and everything is just the way you'd expect a knockoff Superman story to be. Anyway, I've been talking for like 20 minutes now, so I'm going to shut up and let you go. Thank you for checking this out and joining me as we looked at this 20-year-old piece of comic history. These books to be 20 years old and to have been in a 50-cent bin when I got them are actually in really good shape. I'm going to bag them up after this and kind of try to preserve them a little bit. Bye-bye.